Thanks for staying. Today we'll talk camera, phones and health on Tech Talk. Kobe Nkrumah is here. Great to have you again to talk about the latest in the world of technology. Well, iOS 12 is going to show us something about our health. Give us some details.
Okay, so you know when Google, not Apple, Google released the latest software update where they're talking about now they want people to be healthier because they realize that our lives are now revolving around our phones. So you're using your phone too much. You need to go to bed early and wake up, but you end up, you know, all up in your phone. So now you can actually set a time that your phone would go into grayscale. So Apple has taken a cue and says, okay, we now want to show you how much time you're spending on your phone, how much time you're spending on this app and that app. I want to show you how long you're using the phone for the whole day. Already you can do this when you go to your battery state, you know, status and all that, but it requires some understanding. But this is going to be a dashboard which is going to give you all that information and hopefully will make people use their phone less and use apps less. Okay. And if you know you're addicted to Instagram and Facebook and all that, use it less. You know, Instagram and all that, they're actually now telling you how much time you spend on the app. So even though it's bad for them, but it's good for us because now we're becoming more human again.
And you think that will make us more human again?
People, you know, it's typical people.
Because it's on my phone, and if my phone tells me that I've spent this number of hours on using an app,
you're like, meh.
So what? Meh. How do I interpret that?
Well,
on how it affects my health?
You see, elsewhere, people actually, this comes across as an addiction. And they'd want to fight that addiction. People are actually self-conscious about how much time they spend on their devices and they want to control this time. But over here, people don't really care. You know, someone can spend a whole day using one thing and, you know, if you tell them that, hey, you spend too much time on Facebook, so, like you said, so, but elsewhere, it's actually a problem.
Okay, let's move on because Canon has officially ended sales of its film cameras.
Yes. When this news broke, a lot of people were like, but why, Canon? You make, you know, very good film cameras. And I'm like, no, they don't mean like cameras used to shoot film. They mean cameras that use film.
It's a long strip.
Yes.
Okay.
Those things actually still existed until very recently. Canon still had supply. So they were, you know, letting them go. The EOS 1V, they were letting them go. Now they've realized that, okay, we've sold enough. It's almost done. So now we can officially end the sale of film cameras. Once again, it's not video cameras or cameras that shoot film.
So not like a Canon 5D or all 7D, those other, okay.
What they're ending is cameras that use film. And it's hot on the hill. I mean, there are some companies that still produce these things. You know, there are some purists who think that, hey, you can never beat that film quality. All
right, let's move on to social media now. Yes. Papua New Guinea has banned Facebook. Why?
I'm sorry, but it's an island somewhere, and the people say we are banning Facebook. I'm thinking about it like, okay, do you realize that people can use other means to get online, to go on Facebook?
Well, they've still banned it.
To them, they're trying to curb fake news. They're trying to stop people who are using fake profiles to upload pornography and all that. It's a laudable effort, but that's not the way to go. Banning Facebook won't stop people from using a virtual private network, for instance, to log into Facebook from a different country. I mean, I can be in Ghana and log on to Facebook like I'm coming from the US.
But how many people can do that, Kobe? Everybody's not a geek like
you. But then when you stop people from doing something, they will find a way. You know, go to China. They blocked YouTube, they blocked Facebook, but the citizens still find a way to get online. You know?
Is this temporary?
Yes, it's a 1-month ban.
Okay.
And they're actually looking at creating their own social media network. You know?
Encourage local, you know, entrepreneurs. Someone, you know, a local person can be innovative. But there's another ban, but this time not on Facebook, but on YouTube.
Yes, on YouTube.
In Egypt.
Yes, in Egypt. This thing actually happened in 2013. There was a video called Innocence of Muslims. And there was a degenerate video. It was not a good way to represent the Prophet Muhammad. And you know, they're very, very sensitive about that topic. So they took the matter to court and it was appealed. And now it seems like they're really going to ban YouTube because, and it's also a temporary ban. It's not forever. But that's basically to put them in line. Hey, you don't tread on certain, grounds.
But how does it work? Does YouTube have control? Because people create channels, people put up content.
Yeah.
What can YouTube do to prevent some of these things?
Some time ago I announced that Google was actually planning on employing a lot more people to manually go through these videos, because you can let the robots do the job, but the robots are not that smart. Like, they can't tell. For instance, even with the copyright videos, unfortunately, they're not smart like that yet. If I take a picture of you and I put it online, and I take another picture of you that looks like you and I put it again, the robots can tell the similarities. But if I somewhat invert it in a certain way, modify it a bit, it will beat it. So that's what people do. They know, okay, someone's uploaded this. If I flip the video, the system can't tell. So every time you try to learn to shoot without missing, they also learn to fly without perching. So people, Google has employed more people, humans actually now, to go through the videos and then find some of the videos are actually bad for children, and they're being, uploaded into the parts where kids are going to see. So they had to take action, and they needed real humans to do that.
Let's end with this Apple Samsung battle.
I know this thing makes you happy.
No, it doesn't.
It makes you happy.
It doesn't.
I don't understand these tech companies. I want to believe that they're very smart, and I want to believe that, like you and I, we can sit down and we'll write an exam, even though our answers may be the same. I didn't copy you, right? Okay. Answers are the same. I didn't copy you.
But this is a product. This is a design,
Apple says Samsung has copied them.
Well, and the court agrees, doesn't it?
Well, I agree too. Samsung did copy Apple. I mean, if the thing is good, you have to copy it and make it better.
But there are laws, the copyright and their patent issues.
Laws, and we respect that. You're saying we like I'm part of them. Anyway, so Samsung shamelessly copied Apple, and Apple sued them for patents. And they won the first time. They were asked to pay a lot of money, and they paid. And now the case is still in court, and they've been asked to pay some more money, so they're going to pay the difference, which is about $140 billion.
Billion?
Yeah.
Sorry, Samsung.
So actually, $1 million. Sorry. It was $539 million,
okay.
And now it's $140 million more they have to pay, because they've already paid some.
Okay, so that adds up to almost $1 billion.
Yeah, almost $1 billion.
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
So good Q, you don't have to.
But you realize other phone companies are copying. Why are they suing them too?
The Samsung is the bigger
Xiaomi just released the Mi 8 and it looks like the iPhone. Like it's.
Thank you very much for the tech news. You're not going to go into the Apple Samsung battle today. Thank you so much. That was Tech Talk with Kobe Nkrumah.